can't do anything outside, well, then you go inside and you watch some movies, Michelle.
That's right. I got to tell you, last week you talked about the end of tour.
Yes.
And so I started watching that. I haven't finished it yet, but I like it. I like it.
Taking my recommendations.
So,
it makes me feel special.
Yes, I love
We're doing things here.
There's so many that I have not seen, so it's like.
We are talking to our resident Cinemaniac, Nate, joining us in studio right now. And we're talking about something now that seems to have a trend, and you're talking about the third film of series that are out there. And now, are you a fan of the third films, or are you just making an observation here?
Well, because of John Wick 3 came out this past weekend, so I thought it was a really good time to kind of look back at some of the best attempts at making a third film in a franchise and some of the worst attempts, because we all know there's a lot of films that get sequels. You know, if there's good success at the box office,
they're going to do
really
it.
Like
Strike while the iron's hot.
The money grab. And then if that goes even well, you want to get into
They want to grab some more.
For sure, definitely. Sometimes that goes well, sometimes that
not so much.
doesn't. So we're going to spotlight a great one, a underrated one that many people don't know about, and a bad one.
Okay.
So before we get into that, I'll kind of go into the really famous ones. Whenever you think about a third film of the franchise, you think of these three. The first one you're going to think of is Return of the Jedi.
Right.
It is technically the sixth one. I don't want people writing and be like, that's not the third one.
Because in the series, it should be number 6. But
exactly.
So it was Star Wars, and then Empire Strikes Back, and then this
Return of the Jedi. So this was episode 6, but it was the third film released. It really kind of tied things up nicely for another 30 years, and now we're approaching the finish of this next trilogy that comes out in December. Return of the Jedi is great, depending on who you ask. I enjoy it. There's a lot of Ewoks in it, you know, it just makes your heart go great, happy, and it's good. So Return of the Jedi is good. The next one is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I am a Raiders of the Lost Ark guy. A lot of people say this is their favorite. It's fine. It's better than Temple of Doom, that's for sure. But this one's great. Anytime you get to throw in Sean Connery into your franchise, it's going to get a nice little boost. This is one that you've seen.
Yep. And out of the 3 that we're going to talk about before we get to the main ones, this is the one that I've seen. I totally agree, because it wraps you up. It pulls you in.
It's great. And then the last one is Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. This is the most successful third installment of franchise, because this one actually won the Academy Award for Best Picture.
Okay.
It's great. The entire franchise is really good. I'm actually looking forward to revisiting this, having like the Game of Thrones thing kind of wrap up for me. It's like, I need to go back to Lord of the Rings, you know, when it was a wonderful beginning, middle, and end. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. We're not talking there.
We're not going to leave it there?
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah. There's enough opinions about Game of Thrones out there. We don't need it on Iowa Live this morning. So now we're going to get into the great one, one of my favorite third installments of a franchise, and that is Toy Story 3. So Toy Story 3 holds a very special place in my heart, because these films came out when I was a kid. It was very early on in my childhood, carried on, and this one takes place when Andy goes to college. And so there was a lot of connection I had to the story, because, you know, we all do that. We all have toys whenever we're young, and then we all have to kind of grow up, and then we leave that childhood memories behind, and these are the memories that get left behind. This scene right here in the furnace is one of the probably most intense, action-packed, terrifying things I've ever seen in an animated film. Like, I remember like being on the edge of my seat, like squeezing the armrest, because I was so afraid what was going to happen.
No, how do you describe these? I've been meaning to ask you this. The movies like Toy Story 3, like this, they're not cartoons, and you're calling what, animated
computer
pictures?
Animated films.
It's beyond cartoon.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And the Toy Story is kind of the reason why Pixar has all its success. They came out and kind of changed the game in terms of what we expect a cartoon to be. And it was really kind of adult-themed stories, but mixed in with childhood images that children could love, but also the parents though. Like, there's jokes that you find funny, and this one just tugs at the heartstring. There's a scene where Andy drives off to college, and you see his like mom in the back, and then like the box of the toys, and it made me remember whenever I left for college, and like the tears, and seeing like my parents cry, and me like, well, I'm growing up now, and it just like, and I remember watching that, I was like, oh my goodness, like this is gonna just destroy everyone.
They bring memories back, bring emotions back.
For
so
sure.
At the end of the summer, when all of if anyone who has kids that are heading off to college, this
don't
would
watch
be a good one to watch.
No, it makes you want to cry.
Everybody has gone off to school like that. You have that moment, you know, of your mom standing there as you're pulling away, and looking, and it's glancing in the rearview mirror and seeing her.
And it captures it beautifully. And the fourth one comes out in June, so hopefully it can capitalize on that success. So the next one is an underrated one. This is one that many people might not have heard of. I know for sure you probably haven't heard of it. That is Army of Darkness. Have you heard of it?
Just now I did.
There you go. One of the camera people is very happy. They're doing a little dance. This is a cult classic to a T. It is a fantasy action horror film, part of the Evil Dead franchise. So when Evil Dead started, it was kind of just a pure horror movie, but it was so ridiculous and over the top that they're like, you know what? Let's shoulder into this and make this just ridiculous comedy. And that's basically what happens. Bruce Campbell plays Ash, and at the end of the second one, he reads a book of the dead and it warps him into the 1300s. And so now he is in the 1300s, medieval time, and he has to fight an army of the undead and clones of himself. And he has one arm, which he replaces with a chainsaw and a shotgun and
I'm
ridiculous.
liking this movie.
It's
So it's a comedy,
so
horror
funny.
comedy? What do you call that?
Yeah. It's just,
Is it really?
it's just over the top. It's really kind of over the top acting, but super, super funny. Like, it's just a really good movie to have like a group of friends over and then you just laugh at. And it's, the whole franchise is really good. This one is my favorite just because it's just fully embracing the ridiculousness.
The ridiculousness of it
So
all.
this is the third in the series. Do I need to go back, like we mentioned before, and see the first two? Or can you just turn this one on
You
and
can just
enjoy
turn it on.
And just enjoy
There's
it?
no like real
backstory.
substance
No
of
backstory
like,
to
I
it?
have to follow
Connected
this
to-
storyline. It's just like, I'm gonna laugh and this is silly.
Okay,
Just
I
silly.
like this so far.
What
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, so it's really, really good. The next one's going to cause some controversy.
Uh-oh, why is
This
that?
is my terrible one. Dark Knight Rises. I despise this film.
Despise. He doesn't dislike it. He despises it.
That's
Why?
The
harsh.
reason why is because Dark
Strong
Knight
language.
is probably, in my opinion, the greatest comic book movie that's ever come out. Because it's not a comic book movie. It is a crime espionage on the level of Goodfellas, The Godfather, in terms of just a great villain, a very gritty, dramatic story with an amazing villain in the Joker. And so that film was really steeped in reality, and it was very intense, and you're along for the journey and you love every beat. This movie takes that and just ignores all of that progress and just makes a silly, borderline implausible comic book film. It's so disappointing. It's
I'm
what it
feeling
is.
for
You
this
can't
guy
even, you
here.
can hardly talk about it or watch the clips.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, whenever you have a villain, you're probably going to want to understand what he's saying.
Right.
And when about 70% of everything that comes out of Bane's mouth is like, you can't hear it, that's not a good basis for a story. There's so many things in this movie that don't make sense, like Bruce Wayne breaks his back, and then in a process of like a week and a half, he just does some push-ups and sit-ups, and
Okay.
his back is magically solved, and he can go fight this incredible
Well, if you know
villain.
how to do the right exercises.
I guess so, and then he has no resources, no one knows where he is, and he just
magic
pops up
of
in a heavily
film.
guarded Gotham City. It's just dumb. Like, I understand if you're, comic book movies, you stretch the truth a little bit. Like Avengers, I understood. A lot of things happening in that aren't going to really happen in real life, but you can't establish a world of like realism and then be like, okay, we got to wrap this story up. Let's just throw stuff in. Kind of like what Game of Thrones did, but it's fine. Sorry, I did it again.
So this one would be a pass.
Well, it's still worth watching. It's
Oh,
just,
it is?
I realize, like, all my movies are just expectation to what they actually are. Like, you know what you're getting into. When you see Army of Darkness, you're not expecting a movie that can be an Academy Award contender. But whenever you watch Dark Knight Rises after Dark Knight was, which reinvented the wheel of comic book movies, and then it just takes 5 steps back, you're just, like, really disappointed. And it's just, it was just a bummer.
So did you go see this one in the theater?
Oh, of course. I was
Okay.
there like midnight opening night. I, was
I
so
thought you might have been.
excited. Yes.
Now, so when you left that theater for that, after seeing it for the first time, were you all dejected?
I was like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I want those 2 hours back.
Yeah, it's what it is. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, sorry.
But
That's okay.
there are plenty of other movies that are available.
For
that
sure,
people can grab.
all of these movies and the franchises and more are available at our wonderful sponsor, Video Warehouse, right there on Franklin and Merle Hay. You can watch all of these. I tell you, go out there, get those Evil Dead movies, have fun. Make some. It's rainy. Watch a movie that just makes you forget about how intense life can be and just embrace the
You know
stupidity.
what we need to do? We need to set up shop over at Video Warehouse, like Cinemaniacs Feature of the Week.
For sure.
And put the movies that you talk about here so people can go and say, okay, what did Nate talk about? Those are the ones I want to see.
And if you want, I can show up and sign autographs too.
Okay, that's after the third week. After the third week, okay?
Gotta
To keep
establish
in
that.
sync with what we're doing here. Okay, perfect. Wonderful.
Very
Thank you,
good,
sir.
Nathan, as
Great job
always.
as always.
Good
It
stuff.
is